Hello everyone, my name is Olivine Whispers, and today I'm making part 2 of my getting ready for the Sims in Bloom Legacy Challenge. In my previous video, I showed you guys the process of creating my sim, Daisy. Now this time, we're just doing a quick video of me decorating her home. Now, I did decide to have her live in the cottage living world, which is Henford on Bagley. I did this just due to some of the circumstances in her legacy challenge, like the simple living and loving the outdoors and gardening. I figured it was a suitable location for her. It didn't strictly say I needed to do that, but I think it was kind of leaning towards being in this particular world. So, here we are. Now, I do want to preface this by saying that my sort of weakness is decorating and building homes. I am unfortunately not as talented as a lot of the simmers out there, so you will probably see me struggle quite a bit, but I do like to put a decent amount of effort into decorating and trying new things. So I was fairly proud of the end result that we have from this. But just like in the previous video, I will go ahead and do some tingles alongside giving commentary on what's going on. I think I'm enjoying this voiceover idea instead of just recording my thoughts as I go along, as I feel it takes off some of the pressure of playing the game and also trying to entertain, I guess. So, yeah. Let me grab something fun. I feel like there's so much you don't necessarily realize would be good for tingles, but once you actually do it intentionally, it's quite nice. I don't normally use the, cupboards in The Sims, so it kind of took me a while to get used to them. I'm trying to figure out how I wanted it to look. I do love this chicken thing though. I thought that was super cute. I thought this wallpaper was very cute. I couldn't quite decide how long I wanted to extend it to, so you'll kind of see me messing around with it for a while. If you don't remember, the color scheme for this challenge is white and yellow, so that's why you'll see me have quite a lot of white and yellow. I thought these entryways were very cute. I'm trying to use mostly country living items in this medal, just because I think it's nice to kind of match the world you're in The Sims. So I did that as much as I could. I didn't understand why this table didn't work. I'm not sure if it's just a specific type of table, but I decided to give up after a while. But I do come back to it later. I wasn't sure how I felt about these blinds. I kept them for a bit, but after I couldn't get it to work on this window, you guys will see soon, I opted not to have them at all. I'm not sure what it was about this window, but it absolutely would not stay on. Like I mentioned in the last video, I do have a lot of CC, but I've found that I don't like using CC in like build and buy mode as much as CAS. Not sure why, but maybe it's because I do like a lot of build and buy items more than I do like a lot of the CAS options, so it doesn't feel as necessary to have it, maybe. I'm glad I remembered to turn on the game audio this time, since I did forget about it during the CAS video. I wasn't sure how I wanted to design this bathroom. Again, decorating is not my strong suit, so it took some time before I could decide I liked what I did. Finding rugs proved to be more time consuming than anticipated. I gave up fairly quickly at first, but I do come back to it, as you'll see. Let's see. I apparently have a lot of CC rugs without realizing it. It is starting to rain outside, which I'm very happy about. Don't know if anybody else is like me, but I do love the rain. I always forget you can use this cheat to move objects. took me a second to figure it out, but I used it a couple times after this. For the most part, I keep things on the grid. I'm not as much of a clutter sim designer. I know a lot of people use that for their clutter, but I haven't gotten too into clutter, especially when you're on a budget. I have to get all the essentials. And then still have money left over to function. Now, I wasn't really sure how I wanted to design this room. Kind of took me a second, but I didn't quite like how the sort of like nightstand and table looked with the bed. I'm the kind of person where in Sims 3 I liked to match the colors quite a bit. It was quite a bit easier to get different color schemes because you could randomize it and then match them across the board. In The Sims 4, I feel like it's a little bit harder since they limit the colors you can get for each particular item. But I do my best, and I'm trying to let go of that sort of desire to keep everything perfectly matching. Let's see. I know some people like the sound of clicking pens. I see it in some ASMR videos. Finding cute plants was a bit difficult. I'm not sure why I couldn't fit that, but I eventually did give up, as you can see. I really did want a plant though. I bought Halloween candy yesterday, and that was one of the wrappers. Try not to eat it all, but it's a little bit hard, as I'm sure some of you guys can understand. Like I said, I am quite proud of how this house kind of turned out. It's not the cutest house, but a lot of the times I will just default to what's already in the house, like the furnishing it comes with. But I really wanted to try and embody the the color scheme a bit. I was also unsure if I wanted her to have a TV or not, so I contemplated that fireplace and now the bookcase just to see what my alternative options could be. I did end up giving her the TV. I figured, what's the harm in her having a little bit of entertainment? A little bit of drama. Everybody loves a good, what do they call it? Reality TV shows. She can indulge in some of that. And then I contemplated how much money I wanted to spend on the TV, and ultimately opted for the smaller, cheaper option until she's been working for a little bit. Now, this normally houses the animals, like the barn and the coop, but she is a gardener, so I kind of ended up focusing on that and making it more like a bit of farming, plotting land, that sort of thing. I can't remember if you can walk on top of these, so I may end up having to change this later, but yeah, I did end up making it look like just a big plot of land for her to grow her plants. And I saw this and I thought it was cute, but it did not really suit the aesthetic. I do think that this is a cute house, I will say. I am not mad at how it turned out. And I'm looking forward to playing this challenge, which that'll be the next video. It's the actual challenge itself. Probably in multiple parts, as it'll take some time. We're coming back to this table, and I wanted to figure it out, and I did. It was weird. Well, I didn't figure it out per se, but this table worked and not the other one. I didn't end up liking how the colors worked, though. I think, in hindsight, it might be because that table's meant for outdoors. It needs different, chairs, perhaps. I do think that's what it is. But this ended up looking cute. I just wanted a little bit of a flower on the center there, so I found a cute one with some yellow petals. But we are getting close to the end here, so I hope you guys enjoyed this process. And like I said, the next video will be episode 1 of the Sims in Bloom Daisy Legacy Challenge. And for that, I will probably do multiple parts, and I may speed up the process again. And do a voiceover, but maybe a little bit slower depending on how it goes. But my finishing touch here is just to give her something for her wellness skill, which I'll probably give her more later. But overall, I am quite pleased with how it turned out. So thank you guys so much for watching,